Hi, Roy Castleman, all the power, mind, body, and breath. And I'm here today with Sarah. Welcome, Sarah. Thank you for
Thank
joining me.
you.
And Sarah's going to tell us a little bit about her journey into the Wim Hof Method, and then through the Wim Hof Method into very many other things. And I met Sarah, what was it now?
July last
July.
year.
It's only July.
Yeah.
Damn.
It's not even been a year.
It hasn't even been a
No.
year. A lot can happen in
It can indeed.
let's tell the people your story. We met at the lovely Thompson's Hall retreat.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and yeah, Sarah came along with her friend Steph to come and do this. Steph was a real fan of the Wim Hof Method. Sarah, not so much. No. The first thing she said to me was, "Right, I'm not going to be doing the cold exposure, but I'll do the breath work." Now, strangely, I hear this a few times in my career. So tell us from your side.
So basically, I found the retreat place just on Facebook. Came up like the universe likes to show things in your way. And I'd mentioned it to my friend Steph about going away without the other halves and the kids just for a night away. And then the next week, it popped up that a chap called Roy Castleman was going to be joining, random man, was going to be joining Thompson Hall Retreat to do a Wim Hof Method workshop. Now, my friend Steph had been nagging me for quite a while to look into it because she'd seen Wim on telly and she was really interested in it. And I was like, no, it's cold. I don't do cold at all. But I said to Steph, we'll just book it and we'll just go and have some fun. We'll have a nice night away.
So now contextually, why don't you do the cold?
So I didn't do the cold.
Yeah, let's qualify.
Yeah, I very much now do the cold. Because I've got a lot of health conditions. My body just didn't like the cold. My brain didn't like the cold, and it put two and two together and made six. So I basically said to Steph, right, I'm not going to do the cold because it flares up. Well, what I thought it used to flare up all my conditions. And so
your conditions is pretty impressive damn list.
Yeah, so I've got a bit of a collection. I like to collect little autoimmune conditions throughout my life. So I've got something called Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, which is a connective tissue disorder where my joints all dislocate just whenever they fancy. A lot of pain, fatigue, a lot of depression came with that as well. I've got Graves' disease, which is an autoimmune disease which attacks your thyroid, which I've had to have removed because it did such a number on it. What else have I got? I can't remember. Oh, Meniere's disease. So it's a balance disorder, and I wear a hearing aid normally in my left ear for that. Fibromyalgia as well.
It's quite a big one.
So basically, how my life was run was in the wintertime, it was basically just I went into a shell and literally managed to take the kids to school. Some of the time, my mum and dad used to help as well. And then back to bed for the day with painkillers, all my medications, and then up for the school run, pick the kids up, do them tea sometimes. But luckily, I've got an amazing other half that used to have to work all day bricklaying and then come home and cook tea for the kids and help out and everything like that. So
I'll never forget. I went around. We now do workshops at Sarah's place, and we'll go into that. But I went around to her place, and she was very, very proudly showed me, how the husband had remodeled the whole house, so that she could get around in a wheelchair. Yeah, and it really, really flummoxed me a little bit because I know this Sarah, and there's another Sarah that she's left behind, and she's been able to really, really work hard, do the three pillars: the cold exposure, the breath work, the commitment. And the commitment is a really important one. Yeah, and only every so often she calls me up and says, "Roy, I'm not feeling so good." I'm like, "Get in the damn ice bath." Okay, right, I get in the ice bath. Yeah. And so how have you how have you found? Let's just go through a couple of different parts of the journey. So you had a tablet part, so your painkillers and your various things that you weaned off with doctor's help and stuff over a period. And so what were you on, and how did?
So tramadol was probably one of the worst ones that I've been on for a long time. Cocodamol, gabapentin, and my antidepressants as well, fluoxetine.
Mm-hmm.
So I've managed to come off all of those in the last. Well, it's sort of, my journey sort of started a little bit with Reiki as well.
Yeah.
So gradually from that point, and from meeting Roy and doing all the ice baths and all that, the breath work every day. And Roy's definitely right when he says about the commitment, because I think that is the biggest thing, because
so
you can learn to do these different things and get them all in your toolbox, but unless you do them, they're not going to work, are they? So that's probably the biggest thing.
The body actually gets a little bit addicted to the chemicals in the system, which you have when you are in pain.
Yeah.
So your body will try and push you towards not doing the ice bath, not doing the breath work.
Yeah.
And we're slowly going through a bunch of different journeys together, and it's really been so gratifying to me to actually see how you've gone on. So, and then there was the other part, right? This is half of Sarah.
Oh yeah.
She's only half. Yeah, the other half seems to have been disappeared off into the air.
I've struggled for a long time with my weight, a long time, and I know people always blame it on the thyroid issues, but I don't actually have a thyroid, so it does actually not help when you want to lose weight. But since starting the ice bath in July, and because I feel like it's really made a massive difference to just how, when you get in that mindset of wanting to look after yourself, you then start to add different things in. And I've not done any fad diets or anything like that. It is literally just from wanting to put healthier food in my body and wanting to drink more water and do a little bit more walking and swimming as well. So I've managed to lose 4 stone nearly. I think I'm 2 pounds off 4 stone. So
I mean, I had Sarah come around to the first event at Thompson's retreat, and then I was like, okay, cool. She was, I'm not getting in the ice.
Yeah.
I'm not getting in the ice. I said about autoimmunes, and her ears perked up a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you say that there was a make or break for you.
Yeah, I was adamant. I mean, the whole hour journey with me and Stephanie, I was like, I'm not doing the ice, so don't try and get me in the ice. I'm not going to do it. I'm just here to support you because you want to do this, and I'm going to listen to everything that it's got to say, and I'm going to do the breath work, but I'm not getting in the ice. And then he starts chatting away, and all of a sudden, like, because sometimes it's, you listen to everything and you don't quite believe all the stuff that people say because you think, well, it's going to be too good to be true. But I heard him say autoimmune diseases, and I was like, ping. And I literally sat there and I looked at Steph and I said, if I don't try this, I'm the biggest fool in the world, because this could be the thing that is going to help me the most. So I said, I'm not going to say what I said, but I threw caution to the wind and got my bum in that ice bath.
Yeah, I remember you getting out the ice bath and you said, how was it? Fine, don't touch me. Don't touch me.
Yeah. It was almost like sensory overload, because I remember getting in thinking, what are you doing? What are you doing? And because I just remember thinking, because my brain has made this shortcut from cold to pain to illness, that's unfortunately what my body has done over that amount of time. And I remember getting in the ice thinking, I'm going to die. And then all of a sudden, it's just like, I'm not dead. I'm alive.
Yeah.
Actually, this is really good. I feel really good. And all these things were just going through my brain. And then I just felt really relaxed and calm. And Roy's obviously there, like right in front of you, like talking you through it. There's people around you and you just can't even, like, you don't see them, you don't hear them. You just go into your little place. And
that's quite nice.
It was a beautiful little place. It really was. And it was a life-changing place for me.
So you came out of that and you went straight to your local swimming pool?
Yeah. And carried on swimming. So I love swimming anyway, because obviously with my joints and everything like that and health conditions, swimming is like,
and being size 22.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I've never been a gym person or anything, and I've always loved the water, being in the water. So yeah, I started swimming. Well, I just carried on swimming at our local outdoor pool, and they normally close the pool, but me and my lovely friend Kerry, we had carried on swimming, and the chap basically said, if you can get more people to come, then we'll keep it open for the winter. So that's what Kerry did. She set up, I like to say the group. Okay, she set up cold dips and icy bits.
Mm-hmm.
And it's, just took off completely. And
That was on Facebook.
yeah.
You've got 500 members now.
Yeah, there's like 500 and odd, or there might even be more now. But yeah, we all go cold swimming nearly every day.
Yeah, it's so great. It's so great to have the community, because the community makes a really big difference to your commitment side of it.
Yeah, definitely. And a lot of the ladies that go, and gentlemen that go to the pool as well, they come on our workshops as well.
Yeah. So we run a set of workshops now every month. After the third time I'd seen Sarah, she sent me a message and said, thanks so much for helping, and I want to get involved. So we've started doing exactly that. We go down to her house in Great Yarmouth, and we have 10 people in the morning and 10 people in the evening. The morning is for new people that want to try the method, and the evening is for the old hats that want to come back. And there's quite a few that come back every time.
Yeah.
And we have a great laugh. We push our minds, we push our bodies a little bit more, and I think we've had about 100 people through, I guess. So far since then. And I keep on saying, when did we meet? Only July.
Yeah, it literally.
So much has happened.
Yeah.
Sarah's sitting here, half of the body that she was, but 3 times a person. Yeah. I really can't explain how much more alive, and her face walks in the room and she's happy. And that to me is just really, really special, really special. And that's why I do this. To be able to help people from one side to the other. So if you're interested in workshops, retreats, and all these good things, remember this can help such a range of different diseases. And we're not saying they're cures. They're a way to, you're still going to have these problems, but they're a way to manage your pain, to manage the stress levels. So if you'd like to find out about our retreats, give me a call, drop me a message, and I'll be happy to help and have a chat. Thank you very much for your time. Thank you, Sarah, for joining me.
You're very welcome.